Hey, what's going on, dudes? My name is TDC, and welcome to a second recording attempt at this episode. Because I just recorded a whole episode for you guys, but I had an issue with Shadowplay, which kind of blows my mind because I've never had an issue with Shadowplay, and I don't think it's Shadowplay's fault. It has to do with the new Minecraft launcher, and yeah, I don't like it. For whatever reason, it blocks Shadowplay, so I actually have to start recording my desktop and then launch Minecraft in order to record, and it used to not be the case. I could just record or press record and then we'd be all good to go. And since I record all of my episodes in like one big sitting, I didn't notice that it wasn't recording, so we lost everything that we did, but I can show you kind of what's going on, and unfortunately that means this episode is going to be kind of short because I am already way out of time to record for tonight. So yeah, so we did some work over in Creeper Cove and we got quite a bit accomplished. What we did is we installed all of this pathway, and then I tried out some of these the concrete powder. This is the light gray concrete powder, and I was asking you guys whether or not you liked this. So keep that in mind at the end of this episode because I want to know. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of it. We got it kind of sprinkled throughout this pathway down here, and I think it's looking okay, but it's got kind of a green tint to it, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But from far away, it doesn't look terrible. But it's just like when you're up close, I kind of just get like a green vibe from it, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. But we also put in this staircase here to kind of mimic what we had going on the other side over there, and then we started laying out some foundations for some of the housing. So I wanted to kind of get your guys' opinion about where we wanted to do things, and this is kind of what we got so far. So I think there's going to be another house over here, and then we got these two on an angle right here, which I think it's going to look okay. It's going to be different because we don't really build on an angle too much, and I did figure out that we needed to pull this one over or push this one over. This might be easier. Let's do this. And I'd like to try to use some prismarine around here and see how that looks, because we haven't used a whole lot of prismarine, and I think it's about time we start using this beautiful blue colored block to do some cool stuff, because I think really the only place I've used prismarine so far is over at the Guardian farm, and we don't hardly ever go over there we don't go over there very often. So I want to try to bring some of that over into these areas here, because I think it looks kind of nice in this kind of context with the greens, the gray, the brown, and all this mishmash of colors and textures and stuff that we got going on. I think it looks nice, but we started working on this right here, and I was thinking it might be kind of cool to do like a bigger building. We don't really have a lot of big buildings around here, and so I figured this would be kind of a neat spot to do it. So if we come up here, you can kind of look and see, like, it'd be neat to have a big just like flat face building or something right there, kind of, because it was already a naturally rectangular area. So I just kind of started digging out behind it a little bit, and we laid down some blocks just to kind of see what it looked like. So the entrance would be like maybe too wide or something, or maybe we could just turn this into a garden of some sort. I don't really know, but I was thinking like a bank would be cool, like to have a big vault door or something in the back of this, and maybe we could store some like gold blocks, diamond blocks, and that sort of thing in there. But other than that, I think it's just going to be kind of smaller houses kind of peppered throughout the hills. So we got these three laid out here. We got 1, 2, and 3. They're all kind of staggered at different depths, just to kind of give it a little bit more feel to it. And I think that looks okay. It's going to obviously be a lot bigger once we put the roofs and stuff on, because I think I'm going to try to use the same roof design that we have pretty much used everywhere else, just so we kind of have like a constant, I don't know, so it looks like everywhere else. I don't want the houses to look like different, like too drastically different. They can be like different colors and different textures and stuff like that, but I kind of want them to all have the same general shape, right? So we try to figure that out here. I don't know what we're going to do on the angle houses, but I want to put in another house here in this area, and then maybe a couple of houses here, and then eventually I'd like to connect this up and have a path that comes around this way. And we're going to go the long way around because I want to show you how this works. But maybe some bridges and stuff over this water here, since we just have this small little pond. And then on this side, it's all ocean. It opens up to the other side of the castle, right? We've got this kind of nice little peninsula. We've got all this area over here. I don't know what we can do. That's a huge area. But on this side of things over here, it connects back up to the bridge. Oh, come on. Just get out of the water, please. Thank you. It's killing me. I can't fly today for some reason. I'm having major problems. But yeah, so it connects up to this path here. And this has been built for a very long time because what is happening? What is going on? What was that noise? Is that a zombie? Why have I never heard that before? What is this? Where are you? I have never heard that sound before. Is that really what zombies sound like now? I guess I play with my sounds turned down quite a bit, because if that's a thing, I have never heard it before. I could hear like a zombie mixed in. Make another sound. Oh, I'm just tearing all of this up. Where are you, guy? There you are. What in the world is going on here? Is that really what the... Is that what y'all sound like now? That is crazy. Huh. Well, the more you know. Because I've never once in my life heard that sound before. But I guess today is one of those days, right? We're just discovering all kinds of new stuff and I'm trapped in here forever. Give me some stone. I guess I'll have to come back and just fill all this up later. But for now, that's okay. Getting back to what I was saying is this has been over here for a very long time, and it just connects up to the rest of this cave over here. It was kind of just a way to get down here using ladders, but I don't like that. And eventually I'd like to get rid of this little spot here and then connect it up to this path over here, because this is a little bit more fluid of a path, right? So I don't know, we have a lot of options to work with around this Creeper Cove area and this spot here, so it's going to take some doing, but I think we can get it done. And I was saying before we lost all the footage, I guess I have all the voice audio, but as far as like the actual video that I recorded, it didn't record it. Like if you've ever used Shadow Play, up here in the top right corner laying on top of this icon, I have a recording icon that's just right here in the very top corner, and that was on the whole entire time. And then I was doing some testing after the fact, and it just seems like it doesn't record the desktop while Minecraft is open if you start recording after you open Minecraft. Drives me nuts. More zombies, man, come on. But what I was saying is I'm kind of getting ready to... I've had a lot of stuff going on here recently in IRL. I'm getting ready to move here in a couple months, so that's why there hasn't been a whole lot of episodes the last couple of weeks, because every weekend I've had to record, I've ended up having to... well, I've been looking for a place to live, basically. And we finally found one, me and my fiance. We're moving into a new apartment here in a couple of months, but we finally have one figured out and where we decided where we're going to go. But we are getting ready to move, so there's a lot of stuff going on that just takes up time. And so once we kind of get moved and stuff, it's still a couple months off, but now that we've found a place to live, there's a couple more things that we have to take care of, but then I think things should kind of calm down a little bit before we move, so I should be able to do a little bit more recording. But in the meantime, I wanted to get some sort of project that I can kind of just chip away at for a little while, even if I can't record, and that's what these houses were. So I'd like to kind of get these houses started and get this area going, and we can just kind of come back and I can show you what we've done, and that way we can kind of speed episodes along just a little bit faster than what they have been here recently. But while we're over here, I forgot to show you guys this. I made this pathway just trying to come up with a way to work our way up the mountain, right? Because we want to... not only build down low, we also want to try to do some stuff up top. And this is going to be difficult because I'm not very good at building vertically. I like to connect things up, and that's not always the easiest thing to do in a spot like this, right? So I don't know. We're going to have the houses down here, I think, 1 or 2 or 3 maybe, all across here, kind of built into the side of the mountain. And then I'm thinking here we might drop down a few blocks and then kind of wrap up around this way. And then maybe try to connect back up here, because this already connects there, but it'd be nice to have another way up that way. But then we could build a couple more small houses kind of going into the side of the mountain here. But I don't know, we'll have to kind of just figure it out and see. But I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the cobblestone that's on the outside of this bridge right now. It was just kind of a placeholder block to see what it looked like and everything else. But we did put in a custom waterfall, you can see up there. And we dug some of that out and we measured everything out here, blocked off some of the water so it flowed down correctly. And actually, while we're up here, let's go ahead and take out these cobblestone fences, because that's all I had on us at the time. We do not need these anymore. Hopefully that doesn't disrupt the actual waterfall here. I think we should be good. Yeah, we're good. And then we can go ahead and take this guy down too. But we got this all set up. We kind of we got it to flow where we wanted to, and down at the very bottom there's like a pond, and so that's kind of just where all the water would gather. And I think it looks okay. You know me and my water features, man. I love building waterfalls and using water in my builds as much as I can. But while we were over here, we were messing around with this entrance right here, right? So when I was digging all this out, getting ready to try to put in the path, I found this log, and I was like, oh, okay, that's on the back side of the castle here. And I think it'd be kind of cool to have another entrance to this area here, right? So it'd be a much quicker route. Sorry about the portal sound. I'm sorry. 3 times in a row now. It'd be a much quicker route than having to jump down to the ravine or, you know, over here. I guess we have this spot over here. It's not too bad. But like if we're in the castle, if we're doing something in the Hall of Patrons, if we want to come, you know, over this way, then we can just dump it through the portal and then be on the backside and back into Creeper Cove. So I don't know, just kind of something we were playing around with, and I think it came out okay. And from up here, you got kind of a cool view from everything. But like I said, we definitely need to build. We definitely need to build stuff higher up, and that's going to be a challenge, man, because I have never really done that. I would like to incorporate vertical building over into the other side of things also, over there by the King's Crossing hallway and on top of our little turtle hut storage building. There's a lot of places up there I think would be really cool, and a lot of area for some like cool bridges and stuff, bridging the gaps in between the mountains. And I think I'm pretty much done over here for today, so we'll fly over there and we'll kind of see what I'm talking about a little bit. But that's what we got done in the last episode that I lost. So sorry this episode is going to be so short, but we got a lot of stuff done. I just wanted to show you guys and share with you what's going on. But yeah, so over here, I want to do a lot of cool buildings and stuff all across the top of these mountains. So we have the windmill and stuff up here, which would be a fairly decent way of getting on top of, like, above everything else. And then from there we could kind of bridge out. We could maybe have another staircase or something going on over here. But I don't know, it'd be cool, like to have bridges and different houses and stuff like that. But it's going to be very different than what we've done before. Like, we have this up here, which is okay. Let's just land on the tree. I'm tired of flying around. Get out of here. Like, we have this up here, which we have a big staircase going up to, but I don't like these staircases, man. Like, this one looks okay just because we've been looking at it for so long. But I don't want a bunch of just like random huge big staircases going up to get up there. So I want them to be kind of like all long drawn out pathways to get up and cross. And you know, we could do some stuff up there. We could do a bunch of stuff up here, like houses on top of each one of these little pillars. I think would be really cool, and have them all connected with little bridges. So, you know, obviously that's a very long ways off, but it's something to start thinking about because well, we got projects all over the place, and I can't ever figure out what I want to do. But being able to, you know, see a bunch of different projects, and I can kind of get inspiration. Like if I start working on something, I have a cool idea. It's like, oh, that's not going to work here. Maybe that'll work over here, and then I can bring that idea over here, and, you know, we can do something that way. I don't know, but I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here for today. Like I said, I am so sorry it was so short, man. I was so excited to record today because I was like, oh, yeah, man, we haven't done an episode of my Minecraft world in a little while, and I haven't been able to just like sit down and enjoy recording this series for a while just because I've been so busy. But hopefully things will start calming down here soon. Like this weekend should be good. And I can get some more stuff recorded. I think we want to work on this a little bit. We may just have like a multiple project episode next time, and maybe we can get a bunch of stuff done. But anyways, dudes, that's gonna do it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys very soon for another episode that should be much longer if I remember to do the recording right this time. So I blame the new Minecraft launcher. I don't like it for whatever reason. Neither does Shadowplay, and it's awful. So not much we can do about it. But anyways, dudes, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. All right, thanks so much for watching. Peace.